Hi everyone, this is Saul Maraney from Johannesburg, South Africa, and today I'm very glad to have Branden Pierce on the call. Branden is a young guy, he's 27 years old. He's been very successful at internet marketing. He's one of the guys I've been following. He's been really cranking out some incredible products and one of the guys that I look up to in the internet marketing community. So, Branden, thank you so much for making a few minutes to talk to me today. I really appreciate it.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Great, thanks, Branden. And you've come up with a great product today. It's called Do This and Profit, which we'll come to in a moment. I'd just like to ask you before that, how did you get into internet marketing and how have you been able to become so successful at what you do?
Well, I started internet marketing almost about 3 years ago now, and when I first started, I was actually working full time as an IT guy, working about 40 to 60 hours a week, a base salary. And at the time, for a while, I was actually working by myself. My wife was a substitute teacher, not making very much. So I actually started in network marketing with a company called Beachbody, who creates all those fitness products like P90X and Insanity and stuff. I'm not sure you're familiar with them, but while I was doing that, I started doing creating like a basic vlog for it, and that's what got me into the interest of doing internet marketing stuff. And then once I learned about the internet marketing industry, finding the Warrior Forum, all that kind of stuff, of course, being a new internet marketer, I got into that whole mindset of, okay, this is it. I'm going to make thousands of dollars really fast. Told my wife, don't worry about anything. It's all going to be good. And of course, the exact opposite happened. The first year, just it was bad. Bought a whole bunch of products, and either they didn't work or I didn't give them a good try, and I ended up buying something else, next shiny object, and then a year later, we actually went into even more debt than we were already in, and it was pretty bad for a while. And then it got to a point to where I was networking with somebody who was telling me about a new opportunity, and at the time it was the solo ad selling industry. So he got me into that, and I was determined, just like one last try to get something working. I was like work my butt off, for like 2 or 3 months, try to get it working, and it ended up working out. So I busted my butt, did it, and in about 3 months after that, becoming a solo ad seller, I was able to quit my full-time job. Because before I'd be working 46 hours a week, like I said, and I'd come home and work all night and hardly have any time to spend with my wife and stuff like that. So I decided to quit my full-time job because I was making the same amount of income really, and I wanted to do this full-time to scale it up really big. And so things were going good for about 3 to 5 months. I was making like over $5,000 a month, solo ad seller, and this was back when the solo ad selling industry, it was really big then. It was like really easy to kind of get in and make your mark in there because there wasn't really that many sellers yet. The cost per clicks, the amount of money you can make was still really good. But anyway, after about 5 or 6 months, I actually had a big problem where, at that time I was just being a solo ad seller. I had my whole list inside one autoresponder, and then right around that time they decided to be really strict and crack down on solo ad sellers and their marketing methods. So I actually had my account closed down. Basically lost all my income within one slew. Never really recovered back from that, but that's the thing, I've been through a lot of struggles here and there. Obviously, my first year going into a lot of debt, having nothing to show for it. After everything I bought, got real successful. Then had another bad thing happen to me, but kept going, and I came across just the whole aspect of not only just building a list, because I built a list before, selling solo ads and everything, but just the whole aspect of building a list that's actually buyers, people that are actually customers and stuff. I networked with a few people. They got me started in that aspect. I actually released a WSO out of nowhere, just out of blind, just wanted to do it, see what happened, and it didn't go too well. But by releasing that WSO, I actually got connected with somebody who really liked WSO. He wanted to relaunch it, but because it was already launched, we couldn't do so. Anyway, so I partnered up with him and somebody else, launched my first real big launch, and from that launch, I was able to get 500 buyers, and we made quite a bit of money. And just from there on out, just having a list of 500 buyers, I finally realized the power of having a buyers list, creating products, doing that whole entire 1-2 combination of what I teach in the product. And so for the past almost 8 months or so, I've been doing that, and it's been really killer so far. So that's pretty much the whole story in a nutshell, I
Wow,
guess.
it's a great story, and with everyone that I speak to, there's always quite a common thread is that a lot of people that come into the internet marketing arena and the newbies, they get enticed by products that they think are going to make them millions of dollars so quickly, and the golden bullets, as you say, these products that promise the world. But oftentimes, and most times, they don't offer what they promise. And I think a big factor has to do with people that don't implement also what they learn. I was listening to an interview today on a website with one of the top marketers in our category, and he talked about that they've actually done statistics, and they said that 80% of people that buy an internet marketing product, be it a WSO or a JB Zoo product, 80% never even use it, and then of that 80%, I think only 5 or 6% actually implement what they've learned. And I think it's very interesting what you say is that you've taken action on what you have learned, and you've actually, starting from that JB Zoo, starting from that Warrior Forum first launch that you've done, you cut your teeth and you got your feet wet, and taking action is so important.
Yeah, the key is too that of all those all those WSOs that launching every day and stuff, there's always a few key gems in there that are really good. And the problem is, yes, you got to take action. And from all my experiences and all the WSOs that I bought and all the products that I bought and how I reacted to all of them, that's my aim for all the products I launch nowadays, is to actually give actionable steps that as long as you take action, you can actually get results from. And that way, like with this latest product, the whole point is, I do really 3 things in my business that make me, the money that I make today. And I wanted to kind of put that out there as a way to, all right, so here's what I do, here's my methods, follow these exactly, take action, don't worry about buying anything else right away. Do those things, and you can actually do exactly what I do. That's the whole point of it, So that's kind of where I wanted, for my new customers, getting that mindset of, hey, look, just follow what I do. Be Branden Pierce for a little while, and then you can reap the rewards.
Oh, that's great. So, that leads us on to your product has launched today. It's called Do This and Profit, and went through it earlier today. It is a 1-hour training video, and exactly what you say. You've laid out the 3 things that you do every single day. You've shown how to build that buyer's list. You've shown how to put out these, simple sort of products that people will buy, and you've had some incredible launches recently. This recent launch, did it take you a long time to finalize the product?
No, the actual product, I mean, besides brainstorming the notes, like before I actually recorded the video, just recording that video is it. So, I mean, overall, the video is an hour. Probably took me about an hour to brainstorm those ideas. And that's pretty much it. And that's the thing. Once you get your feet wet and start creating some products, the process gets a lot faster. And of course, this product, I mean, it's $5. I started at $5, obviously, but that's the thing. The products don't have the whole process doesn't have to be hard. And it's really not that hard. And the actual methods I teach inside the course actually are even simpler than the process I did to create this product. So that's what makes it awesome. So.
Wow, it is great. So, your product's launched today. It is selling on a dime sale, so it is going up on each sale that's made. And I know that it's a wonderful feeling to see all your hard work pay off, and that's what we're saying, is that you put out a great product. I've been through it. Anyone that actually watches it and implements it will see success, because you're seeing success from it. On the sales page, you clearly show the sort of results that you're getting, and I know that you're a serious guy. You're not doing this for a hobby. You're doing it as your full-time living. And exactly from the story that you told me, is that you have you've been knocked down, you've got up again, you got knocked down, you've got up again, and this business is a lot about perseverance and focusing, and that's what I like about your video, and that's one of the key things that I took out of it, is that what is Branden actually doing on a daily basis to succeed? Because so many times people have clutter, like their computer could be full of just so much stuff that they haven't even implemented. But if you actually stick to a plan and you show exactly what you're doing, your chances of success are so much higher than just coming to your computer every day and not knowing where to start.
Right, definitely, and just because I got knocked down twice doesn't mean everyone's going to get knocked down twice. Now, I'm not going to say that usually people don't go and buy something and they're making thousands tomorrow, obviously, but with my products, my goal is to actually try to avoid how many times you get knocked down. So you buy my product, you take action, you'll see the results. So that way, if you got knocked down once, that's it. If you got down, you avoid that whole avoid what I went through. Having that success going really high, and all of a sudden everything comes crashing down again. So because of just not really implementing like that method I was doing at the time. I put all my eggs in one basket, and I didn't really do the things the right way to avoid that kind of downfall the second time. But my goal here, especially with this product, is to get people to avoid that fall, or if they've been failing for a year or whatever, or they got knocked down once, that they can finally see that there's processes that you can do that are not that hard. They're pretty simple actually, and as long as you take action, get your feet wet, get used to it, then you can have the same kind of numbers that I have, rather quickly. So.
Great. Well, congratulations on your new product, and I appreciate you taking out the time to speak to me. I know that it's just launched today, and I'm sure you're very busy and you're going to get back to some work. So really, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Branden, if there's one bit of advice that you can leave us with, and for someone that's watching this, what would be your final bit of advice for maybe a newbie or someone that hasn't seen success and has been having a bit of a struggle up to now?
Honestly, if there's one thing I can tell you or even show you, and it's in every single one of my videos, is why I have it written up here, is these 3 words right here. Well, I guess technically 4 words, but these 3 pieces of advice right here. Learn. So when you buy something, you actually learn it, go through it, learn the material, always take action, because if you don't take action, clearly you're never going to get any results if you don't actually take action on what you learn. And then persevere, which basically means never give up. So if you're going through some hard times, don't give up. Just make sure you're learning, you're taking action, you're persevering the whole time, and eventually you're going to have success. If I can do it, and after everything I've been through, then I know anyone else can do it. And I know a lot of people say that, but it really comes from the heart. Definitely, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
I definitely agree, and it's great that you've got the words written up there. I'm sure it anchors them every day. You see it, and I agree. We have difficult days and we have easier days, and it all comes down to, as you say, learning. So, for example, your video, I've downloaded it, I've watched it, and I will watch it again this evening. And even WSOs that are printed are PDFs. I actually print them out, so I learn. And I invest a lot of time in my learning. Then we take action, as you say, so you implement it, and you can tweak it and to implement it, and then persevere, because you're going to have up days and you're going to have down days. But character is built from dealing with the easy and the bad, and that's when we are tested. So Branden, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time. Guys, whoever is watching this, buy Branden's product. I have been through it. Branden really clearly outlines exactly what it takes to start succeeding in this business. It isn't a business that you have to reinvent the wheel. When you've got guys like Branden that shows you exactly the processes that he's doing, it's a great gift. And if you invest, what's $5? What can you get for $5 these days? So the price is actually ridiculously low. I think it should be many times that price, but Branden's offering it at that price, so he's giving people an opportunity to come in. But then the responsibility lies on you to actually implement it. So, and I look very forward to hearing about your success. It's been Saul Maraney from Johannesburg, South Africa. There's a link to the right, there's a link below. Buy the product, invest in yourself, take action, succeed. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks so much, Branden.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.